Hi all, today we'll listen to a story about a boy who became a wrestling champion with the help of a secret and he could bear to anyone in the ring. Let's go!
Audio Jungle.
At the beginning of the film, he has a dream that he is defeating the American wrestling champion, but his grandmother wakes him up. The father enters the room, but the son is already awake. The boy is going to school and his grandmother accompanies him. Grandmother tells Steve that he is very tired at two jobs, but he says that everything is fine. At school, Leo meets his classmates and they discuss business, including wrestling news. Here, school hooligans begin to attack them, but luckily the teacher was able to resolve the conflict. At school lunch, friends discuss wrestling and Leo talks about his idol coffee. But then he draws attention to a girl whom he loves for a very long time. Her name is Erika. But he drops food on himself and understands that today he will not come up again to meet the girl. After school he again saw the bad guys, but while the teacher was there, Leo began to quickly leave on a bicycle. But the hooligans also rushed to catch up with him. Leo was driving very fast and he saw an open house where he decided to hide from the invaders. The house was very huge and there were a lot of different sports equipment. The hooligans also ran into the house, but a man stopped them. Leo found the box and wondered what was in it. The boy opens the box and sees a wrestler's mask that smells bad, but the boy doesn't stop to try it on. But suddenly a man entered the room. Leo says that here he was hiding from hooligans. The man, seeing the mask in the hands of the boy, decided to give it to him. He follows the boy. Leo comes home, but the grandmother immediately heard an unpleasant smell, but Leo was able to change the subject and leave. In the evening, he and his grandmother watch the wrestling championship and cheer for the champions. Leo says that one day he will also perform. Grandmother says that is not the most important thing and touches on the topic of his mother. Father comes home from work. On TV they say the tournament will be held in their city. Leo tells his father that it would be good to go as once went with his mother, but the father changes the topic of conversions. Leo overhears a conversation between his father and grandmother. She says that you can't immediately change the subject when Leo asks about his mother. It turns out that the mother left the family and the grandmother came to help Steve raise his son. The father repays the loan and is grateful that she helps him. Leo is upset. He decided to try on a mask and suddenly his voice changes. He got scared and took off his mask but puts it on again. He realizes that the mask gives him abilities and he can easily lift the car. Having broken a tree in the courtyard, he begins to search the internet and finds legends about a mask that empowers the elect. The next day at school he bullies bullying others and he decides to teach them a lesson. The whole school took notice of Leo. He begins to feel proud of his act, but Leo is sent to the principal for fighting. The father did not approve the son's action. At home, Leo's friends discuss the act at school, but then they are discredited by a wrestling tournament. Then Leo remembered his father's duty and began to restrain his appearance in the ring. He decides to go to a sing-up for the tournament. He puts on a mask and chooses the name Sir Charles. Here the boy gets acquainted with one of the fighters and approves of Leo's decision. The man himself, also big, is a very good person. Then some songs comes in and shows that he is strongest here. The first test is to throw a barrel and Leo wins. Everyone is in shock. Leo's second trial is also easy. The next task is to get on the rope. Samson stands only on the first rope and does not demonstrate anything else to the audience. Then it's Leo's turn. He was able to jump over the rope and even run on it. As a result, Sir Charles falls into the number of champions. At home, the boy told his grandmother about his abilities and said that he would give the money he won to his father. Grandmother prizes his grandson. Leo went to the library where he meets Erica. He puts on a mask and says that he wants to do homework with her after school. She agreed. The competition starts the next day against Charles Wasco Boy, but Sir Charles easily takes victory from the enemy. Erica comes to Leo's house. They do their homework together and the girl invites him to be friends. The next day a battle takes place against a strong opponent who overcomes everyone with his gas. But still Leo was able to win. After the fight, Leo talks to Moose. He asks Leo to lose, but he says that the strongest will win. At home, Steve wants to tax his relationship with Son, but after the question about his mother, he changes the subjects again. Leo goes to a cafe with friends and Erica. The girl needs help. She wants to perform at a talent show and Leo said he could help. A robber enters the cafe, but Leo puts on a mask and stops the villain. The coach yells at Samson because he eats a lot of butter, and then the coach came up with an evil plan against Leo. Steve quarrels with his grandmother because he cannot explain to his son where his mother disparated. Leo also admitted to friends that he has superpowers and will fight in the championship. Erica says that it's time to learn dance for the competition, and Leo's friends and hooligans from school are watching. Samson becomes one of the participants for the final. Grandmother wants her son and father to talk, but now they don't have time for this. Leo will have a fight soon. The trainer before the fight poured oil on the steps and Leo almost fell. He had a fight against Moose. At first Moose won, but with the help of the mask, Leo was able to defeat the big man. After the fight, Samson's trainer got angry, but in the corridors he overheard the conversation of Leo and his friends and understood the secret of suckers. During the press conference, Leo starts to mock Samson. He rushes at the guy, but that was detailed by security. Samson is angry until the coach told him the secret of the boy. Leo starts to lighten through the crowd of fans and he likes it. Erica starts to worry because she shows is already starting and Leo is still gone. A friend who also dances well comes to her aid. The audience is delighted with their dance. Leo comes to school but the performance is already over. He makes excuses to his friends, but the footage from the internet says otherwise. He says that he is a fighter and they are nobody. Behind the school, hooligans were waiting for Leo and the guy does not have time to put on a mask and he is beaten. He comes home and his father wants to talk to him, but Leo refuses to talk to his father. But he was able to talk to his grandmother and he said that the mask only makes things worse. But the grandmother says that his strength is in his heart. The next day, Leo apologizes to his friends and tells them to come to the final. They announced that the fight will take place in a cage. Samson and the coach come to Leo. The coach distracts him and Samson at the same time, changing Leo's mask to a fake one. Even the eagle Leo Coffee came to the final. Samson and Sir Charles enter the scene. The fight begins. At home, Steve wins his own business. Leo gets hit hard. He understands that something is wrong here. Steve saw his son on TV and went there. Leo takes off his mask and realizes it's fake. At this time, Samson shows a real mask. The coach tells Samson to put on a mask, but it does not fit on him. Leo starts teasing the big guy. He starts spinning Leo and throws him to the top of the cage. Samson also begins to climb up, but very slowly. Then Leo's father arrives and asks to let his son out. Samson is afraid of heights and falls. Leo gets to the mask and falls on Samson. Leo wins. Friends are happy for each other. The father hugs his son, but he will still be under house arrest. Since Leo is not an adult, he cannot receive the prize. But the boy gives the prize to Moose, who was been gone to victory for a long time. After some time, Leo starts going to the gym and wrestling and wins his first fight. In my opinion, the guy is well done. But what do you think? Thank you all for watching, subscribe to the channel and bye bye!